Good to meet you, person.
We're friends now.
Join us. Join along with our stories.
Yeah. Laugh. Cry. Guitar. Join along.
Cool.
I love it.
I got you something. I got you a gift. I got him a gift. Okay.
Are we going to call that thing person?
People.
I don't think we should refer to it.
People.
I think we should just look at it.
So.
Oh, that's so adorable.
I got you some baby stuff, man. Yo.
Aww.
There's some babies. Some babies are in our lives. So here's the thing about these little babies. Of course, they grow fast, right? I hope you enjoy these, but use them as fast as you can because he's going to grow out of them quick.
3 to 6.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's going to grow out of them quick. Use
Oh,
these.
he's got shoes now.
This is awesome
I don't really
stuff,
think he has
dude.
shoes. I think he's got one pair of shoes. I got to get him some that match mine. That's adorable.
Courtesy of my girl as well.
Thank you.
Of course, man. I hope your
Thank
baby has a long, prosperous life, just like my baby. I had mine is five months and a week, I believe. Oh, sorry. What am I doing? This is yours.
I'll put it. We'll put it in the background.
And I got you something else here too, for your display. Every display needs a Rubik's Cube, man.
Oh, that's lit. You know what's that is crazy. That is so.
Mix it up, and then I'll do it for you, and that way you can say somebody did your Rubik's Cube for you. There you go.
This is crazy.
Enjoy.
Guys, welcome back to Shit, Gigs, and Topics. You know, so I'm having a kid very soon. And so as much as I do enjoy this podcast and want to continue doing this, I'm feeling like we got to take some breaks. But if lo and behold, I could keep giving you week after week an episode on Mondays, I'm going to continue. I'm going to do my best, and you guys will meet this little guy along with everyone else, and we're going to have a good time. Today, who are you? What do you do? Why do you do it? And what do you want to do? Now, this man I've known for a while. I've followed his YouTube career a little bit, gained some inspiration from it, and I have him here today for you guys. Who are you?
Okay. I am Jerod Levias Flores.
The 12th? No, I'm just the way you say all three of your names.
I don't even know where to begin.
That's how I know you by. So it's got to be significant.
So I've always gone by Jerod. My musician name, I never really figured it out, so I kind of went with my middle name.
Now, are you going to do this throughout the episode?
I can do that really quick. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that quick?
Yeah, in
how quick?
Like 2 minutes maybe.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Not world record speed, but like...
Yeah,
not like
if I try to go
alphabet
fast, it's stressful. This is my stress relief. I don't try to like.
Really?
Yeah,
is
that's
there
my
a
stress
certain
relief.
combination to like what you need to follow, or how is?
So there's millions of ways to do this. Okay. The cool thing about this, like I have all kinds of different cubes, dude. I have all the way up to the 7x7. There's a bunch of different kind of crazy
I've never
ones.
picked this up and actually tried this in my life. I've actually tried
just
to
a
do
puzzle.
one side.
It's just a puzzle.
But like I've never tried to complete the whole thing. I always got frustrated and put it down.
Here's the trick about it. So this is the confusing part that many people don't know. The middle piece, it never moves. So that's how you know that's the side that it's got to be the color.
Yeah.
And if you just know that, then you just got to put the pieces in the right spot.
See, I like Sudoku, but this is like a Sudoku times 6.
And so at first I learned the basic way, like you learn algorithms ways. But then once you realize the algorithms are how to move them, like it's kind of like how to move a piece, like a certain.
So if you had to put
a certain
that
formula,
one
like a certain formula
back here or something, you would have been like, oh yeah, you got to go 3.
Yeah. So like, say if you want to move, here's this top one, you want to move it to this corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just up. That's the up rotation. Up inverse is that way. So to move something there and there, I actually moved up and right. So it's down in this bottom corner. So it's just you learn algorithms, how to move pieces, and then once you put the pieces together, it completes it. But at first, it feels like you're just kind of memorizing some formulas. But you got to realize the puzzle for what it is. So, say the 4x4 is different. You have to give it its own places. So this has each one has a specific piece that has to go. So this is the blue and yellow piece, so it has to go on the blue and yellow side. So this piece has to go here. So it has its specific spots. So that's the cool thing about these puzzles. Once you figure out how to do it, you just move them to the right spots, and then it makes it kind of simple.
Interesting. That is cool. You know, I got so frustrated one time, I just broke it all apart and then put it back together correctly and then put it away.
My brother just did that actually with a 4x4.
I'm gonna learn to do this. And you're gonna do it throughout this podcast while you answer my question. Can you describe yourself in a sentence?
In a sentence.
Oh, that got hard because I was thinking something a little bit longer, but then I was like, one sentence.
Describe myself in a sentence.
It can be a run-on. I've had someone do that before. So, yeah. You know who you are.
Jerod Flores in a sentence. Interesting. I've never had to put myself in a sentence.
Yeah, this is an interview, and you're losing this job right now.
No, definitely.
Do 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 do.
I am the most simple, complex being that I know that I think that I will only ever understand. That's kind of me in a sentence.
Wow.
Because I can't go into you. I can't go into you. It's just all in my head, and I can't escape it. So I am forever me that can never be even understood by myself. Yeah, that's kind of me in a sentence. Very complex and simple.
Excuse me, sorry. You said you can't understand yourself though?
Nah, I feel like we're all, as human beings, we're all trying to understand ourselves through life. That's the life journey, kind of.
Yeah.
Understand it. But if you think you understand yourself, sometimes it's just the situation you're in that you understand, and you maybe put in another situation you don't understand, and now you find yourself seeing different sides of yourself, and then you fully don't understand yourself.
Experience. Yeah.
You know? So like, I feel like I'm gonna keep finding myself till the day I die. And now on my journey, I have a son, so I want to teach him to do the same thing. Hey, find yourself. Don't be me. You can love the things I love, yeah, but you're not me. You're your own being. You know, I want you to be you, man. Raise yourself to be you too. You know, don't be somebody else. Be you.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a lot of truth in what you say. The thing that people do get hung up on, though, is the fact that they do forget to continue on that journey and keep trying new things.
Yes.
Because ultimately, those experiences and all those new things will figure out what it is and who it is and how you want to live. So at this time, let's say, in this time and place, what are you doing for work?
So for work, I'm actually doing a bunch of different things, man. I'm juggling all kinds of different jobs, man. So I was serving up until for years and years and years, up until COVID happened, and then we did the whole like back on, back off, back on, back off. But I was already wanting to quit serving, so I kind of used that as like, okay, I'm not gonna do that. So I'm just doing all kinds of jobs, man. So I do anywhere from different app jobs, actually physical jobs, mostly like delivery jobs too. I'm a self-contractor, so I just do a bunch of like odd jobs, all kinds of different stuff, dude.
Like walking in with that Quest package of a heart like still beating.
Just going in.
Here you go, guys.
I mostly do a lot of just delivering, like Amazon or like car parts, different things like that. But I coach as well, so I get paid for that. I do one-on-ones.
Drop some of those car parts over here.
So I'm always looking for little ways to kind of just be my own boss. That way I can make my own money so that I can do the things that I want to do. Like I said, I served forever. So I had that mentality of, well, there's nights, weekends, and holidays gone. Like serving, that's out of the question, right? once I stopped serving, I was like, okay, I can do a bunch of stuff and I have a bunch of ways to make money, but how do I live around work? Because I used to work around like my life. And so that's what all of this juggling enables me to do. It enables me to be here at this moment for this. It enables me to be at the coaching event.
And you got that's a wild schedule, and I thought mine was pretty wild at times.
It's crazy.
But that's yours now, I guess.
I call myself a professional juggler. Like I'm just juggling my time, you know?
See, I don't know if that's good time management or just insanity.
It's insanity.
Yeah,
that's
insanity. That's so
But
wild.
this insanity enables me to kiss my baby whenever I want. So I will take that insanity.
You know, I'm not going to lie. Doing this and carving out time doesn't feel like anything. It's going to be a real difference maker when it is a breakaway from the kid. But, you know, that's one of the biggest things that I want to get down, and why I feel like, you know, being an entrepreneur and, you know, creating your own schedule is such a viable thing for you to be able to go home and, you know, spend the time with those people that you love and give back.
Yeah, like I worked today, and then doing this podcast after my son's birthday. We're well, stepson, he's celebrating his birthday tonight, so I can do that. Gonna wake up, be working the next morning, have a coaching event Sunday. That's gonna be interesting. So yeah, I just have kind of like the schedule that's everywhere. I kind of match what I do, different things. I like it better that way. But it's also I can see how some people that'd be very hard. You have to be your own motivator and you have to be your own boss. You have to like get up when you get up.
Cannot give up.
Yeah.
So, and this is what the thing that I enjoy, and what I enjoy about my stepdad is he gets up at 4 a.m. because, like, you know, successful people get up early. They, you know, early bird gets a worm, but that guy's up, you know, thinking of new ways to make money, or, you know, just to make it in this day before this day even comes. And then he goes through his 9-to-5 job and, you know, gets done, relaxes, and repeats, and all for the, you know, wanting a brighter future, to be honest, for all of us.
Yeah. And the way I see it, like, even my mom taught me, like, when you're busy, you're too tired to do stupid shit. Like, you're not going to go out and do stupid shit.
That is the biggest thing. I'm like, I'm trying to work all the time, because if I'm not working, I'm going to do some stupid shit. Yeah. I'm going to go out there and, you know, I'm not working. Let's go do something, right?
You just want to, and a lot of it, you get bored, especially like small town living, small town mentality of like, oh, boy,
Are you
let's go
from
do
a
something.
small town?
I'm from, oh man, all kinds of different. I feel like I'm from all kinds of different places, man. I don't have a specific spot where I can say.
You know where you were born?
I was born here in Fresno.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So when I was young, couple years lived in Selma, and then we moved. I lived in Arkansas for a lot of little boy years of my life. When I was about 12, we came back. I lived in Selma in 8th grade, and then from there moved to Arizona. I went to high school in Arizona for 4 years, and
wrestling started there.
Wrestling started in 8th grade here in Selma. Yeah, so that's where still coaching there. Shout out Team Selma Wrestling Club. So this valley, dude, for wrestling is insane. I don't know if you know. Do you know anything about wrestling at all?
Semi. I mean, I'm getting into WWE again when I was a kid, but like legit wrestling, no.
Competition.
Educate me.
Okay, so this valley, California is a very competitive state when it comes to wrestling.
When it comes to sports,
yes.
Well, like South, man. South's got all the football players, but still.
Yeah. They have some killer teams out there, though, for wrestling. But this valley, like Buchanan, is straight, like, killer, dude. Selma, they've been really good, but they're, like, small school status. There's no divisions when it comes to wrestling when it comes to California. Other states there are. So this valley is very big with it. I coach for Team Selma. They're a very known team. Very deep, all the way since the 80s. It was going way before me. It was going during me. It's going to be going after me.
You
very
said they've
rich.
been great.
Dude, they've been great.
So there's nothing else to do in Selma.
They say raisins and wrestling. They say because the raisin capital of the world, just raisins and wrestling. That's what's in Selma, man. So I started there in 8th grade. I just happened to be natural with it.
How do you become a natural? How
Well,
are you?
I grew up
natural?
scrapping, man. I grew up fighting. I grew up in Arkansas, dude. It was crazy, man. I grew up getting bullied, and then I had to just defend myself. I had a bigger brother too.
So I can see the bigger brother like trying to beat you, but like people would bully you into fights.
Yeah. So there's crazy, dude. Out there, it is nuts. So it's either it was the old school way too in the 90s. At the time, the internet. So here's a fun fact: the internet was released to.
Now I'm feeling freaking pampered.
Yeah, the internet was released to the public in 1990. I think it was December of 90. I was born in April of 91, so I'm a few months younger than the release to like the World Wide Web, right? It was used for a lot of stuff before that, but released to the public, like World Wide Web. So as a kid in Arkansas, I felt like we were still stuck in the way old school ways of teaching. Some schools were still even paddling kids. Like old school ways of teaching was out there, dude. It was crazy. And it was in the 90s. And so there wasn't this internet where it was like all the people were connected. It was just like old school ass Arkansas, right? And so
This is getting worse.
yeah. So I grew up there, and it grew up like, hey, beat up or get beat up, dude. Old school way, like survival of the fittest. And I was small and scrawny, and I get my ass beat,
I don't know, man. I like the survival of the fittest, but I never had anyone bully me into a fight, really.
Oh man,
That's crazy.
It's still abundant everywhere, but out there, I was the small, skinny, scrawny one, and so after so long, man, I just snapped, started just defending myself. So I grew up scrapping.
Yeah, I was a
you win
rageful
some, you
kid.
lose some.
Yeah. But I didn't fight.
You want to get in a fight right now? How do you think you would do right now?
Against you?
Not me, just in a fight, in a regular fight.
Oh, man.
You've seen UFC, right? You watch UFC, you know how to punch.
I feel like I'm dyslexic with my left, so like it'd have to just be an all right battle. And like I already have a boxer's fracture from like one fight when I was younger, but like honestly,
Sounds like you fought then.
I would kick him in the nuts and just go for
That's part of a fight. That's part of a fight.
If it's a UFC fight type, like keeping it like clean,
that would be tough.
maybe I'd fare, not like against a regular person. Maybe I'd fare, but like if it was just like live or die, yeah, man, straight for the nuts.
That's how to survive sometimes, though,
Yeah, bro,
dude.
straight to the nuts, and as soon as he gets low, just one to the jaw, mouth open, and he's asleep.
And you know what? A lot of people haven't fought. Like, because I grew up fighting, I thought it was a regular thing. So then now, like, I used to just ask people, like, and they're like, no, I've never been in a fight. I've never been close to a fight. And I always thought that was weird because, like, I tried not to fight, but I was getting bullied, dude. I was getting beat up, right? So, like, if I didn't fight back, they'd, like, beat me up and steal my shit, dude, straight up. Take my backpack and everything, dude. It happened multiple times. So, like, next time I remember I fought back. I still got my ass beat, but they didn't steal my shit. And I was like, all right, I'm going to fight back, dude, so that I can just take my shit. And then I started, like, winning fights, dude. Yeah, it was crazy. And
I love this world.
So once I got into wrestling, they're like, hey, this is basically fighting without punching. And I was like, yo, I could do that?
Did you?
And you get a medal, bro. It's like, yo, I could do that?
Did you get a medal?
Oh, yeah, dude. But you know what's crazy? I don't tell this story much. My mom tells it all the time. Shout out to mama. When I first joined Team Selma, I was doing pretty good against the beginners. I was the best beginner. So after like a week or two, they moved me up with these two girls named Shalise and Beatty. They beat my ass, bro. Team Selma has always had good girl wrestlers. They were beating my ass. They were mopping me up, dude. Because I couldn't like punch, you know? Dude, It was crazy.
It just got you in grappling?
It was humbling. It was humbling, dude. It was crazy. And I was like, this is what the sport is? Holy. It was so cool. So then I kept
I thought it was about strength. They said no, it's leverage.
Dude, straight up.
It's leverage.
Straight up. And those girls were beating my ass, dude.
That's
I was like,
awesome.
yo.
That is so awesome.
And I just
walking
happened
away
to,
like, you want some more? Huh? Levias?
Dude, Shalice used to leave me with black eyes, dude. Like, straight up, dude. Like, I would get the shit beat out of me, dude. Like, those girls were crazy. Wrestling is nuts. It's insane. And so, yeah, that's how I figure I was good at it naturally because I grew up scrapping and like doing
well,
that
apparently
kind of stuff.
apparently you were. And that's part of what you do today. Well, that's beautiful.
It was good. It was good times wrestling. It was fun, man. I was a 4-time finalist. And my senior year I was an undefeated state champion, and then wrestled in college for a couple years. At one point I was ranked 6th at 149, and it was NAIA division. And so I actually still hold the Arizona high school pinning record with 156 pins. Yeah.
Now, how do you actually pin someone?
Just holding the 2 shoulder blades down to the mat evenly in a controlled position, and then they call the pin. So if they don't call a pin, then whoever has more points by the time.
So it's not WWE where it's 1, 2, 3. It's just one.
Yeah, it's just you have to hold them in a controlled position, both shoulders down. They call the pin.
Oh, so you got to make sure he's not like.
Yeah, and they'll bridge. They'll do that stupid shit where they're just got one little shoulder up, and you got to figure a way to just get you down. You know, you just wrench them in. But that's just part of the sport, man. You add a little bit of intensity and pain to it, and then they'll go flat. They'll go flat.
Oh man. Oh, it's good to know that that some of the WWE is about real stuff-ish.
So I don't like WWE at all, but one thing I will give them respect for is they go out there and they do their stunts. They work. It's very physical, and a lot of the wrestlers tend to go over there because they've got that wrestler's grind of like show in. You got to show. You have practice. You have put your body through it. Make sure to lift because you got to stay fit and everything, right? So I love their dedication to that. To the sport of WWE.
You would never do it?
Nah, it's a show. It's a show, man. It's a show.
It's so fun to watch you. What would you play, man? The heel?
Well, you know what? So Gable Stevenson, you know how if you're watching that, you know about Gable Stevenson? He's jumping into wrestling right now.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, what was I? Was it one of the most recent episodes I think I was watching? But yeah, and they shouted him out, and then actually on one of them they're like, "Yeah, come pin this guy."
Like that dude, he's an Olympic champ, or like he's a world champ. I think, yeah, he was
like an actual wrestling.
He's a stud, and he could have went back for his second worlds. He actually won the tournament to go back, but for some reason he stepped down, and another guy stepped in. I think it was because of his contract with WWE. But that dude is competitively like the best right now, and he's in WWE. So like that mentality of working out and going and being this, like, that's what I love about it. And like, he's top dog, dude. Like if he went back to wrestling, he's best in the world. You know, he could probably go win the Olympics again. Like,
that's wild.
So it's crazy.
That's wild.
Kurt Angle was an Olympic champion. He is he still doing stuff with them? Kurt Angle?
I don't think anymore.
But yeah, he was up there, man. It's cool. I watched it as a kid, but then competitive wrestling, I like to see some of those competitive wrestlers go and doing their own thing. So I hope the best for them all in that sport when they go.
Which is interesting because like because it is entertainment. Yeah. So then what is like the pinnacle peak besides, I guess, doing Olympics? What's the pinnacle peak of wrestling? Like actual.
I guess that would. If it wasn't competitive, you mean like what it would like?
Well, what does it look as like professional wise?
So it's starting to convert into UFC because like you're starting to see a lot of the wrestling backgrounds are really starting to do well in UFC. So you're starting to see a lot of the wrestlers do really well at a high level, and then they're gonna pivot into fighting. So that's kind of where they're like, oh, that's where the money's at.
So
But
it's either continue fighting or
Olympics.
go to the WWE. Oh, and then there's Olympics.
Yeah. So WWE,
so it's like
fighting,
WWE,
or Olympics.
fighting or Olympics. Okay.
Yeah, and that's
kinda
a cool way of going through the like fighting way, but that's still tough on the body. It really messes up that body. But yeah, that's kind of an outlet that's been opening up. That I'm seeing a lot of, like Bo Nickel from he's in the UFC killing it right now.
Mm-hmm.
He was a stud for Penn State, dude. And he was a stud high school wrestler too. He's just got he's got a crazy mentality. I think he was just saying in an interview the other day, he thought his high school wrestling was harder than college, and he was at the top college and on a national champion team, and he was under Cale Sanderson, the only guy to go undefeated and like. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, what the hell is this dude's mindset is crazy, and now he's fighting. Like, oh, so it's a cool outlet for them to kind of pivot into fighting, you know.
You said go kill everyone,
dude.
Kill them all. That's cool. That's cool.
Or coaching, or jump back into coaching. Like you see a lot of people jump back into coaching.
That's nice, but it's not where the money is. And a lot of times people chase the money. I mean, some of them are kind of dreams too, like, you know, being a showman or you know, being top dog.
I would say like
things
world wrestling and Olympic wrestling, like you'll get paid through sponsorships, you'll get paid stuff, but you won't get like entertainment money. There's not much. There's not much you can do with entertainment.
See a titty, man.
Yeah, so definitely
entertainment.
Go towards that fighting if you want that entertainment.
Tell you what, you know, I like to know.
Let's
My
go.
accent just jumped so hard. Going through high school and then going through college, were you working at all as well?
Yes. In high school, I was always doing the same thing. A bunch of different jobs. Actually, I started working when I was 10 years old doing lawns out there in Arkansas. That was where I first learned business. Yeah.
You were a lawnmower?
Yeah, dude. So my brother was mowing lawns, and
I had to do it for free.
Oh, that sucks. Well, we had to do our own, and then we started doing our neighbors, and we started getting paid for it, and that's what kind of started it off.
Wow, you never even just literally, hey Bill, how's it going, man? Oh, good. I just gotta mow this lawn. Hey man, $10, you want to mow mine?
Literally.
Sure. How long did it take you? Were you pretty efficient?
We were, dude. We did $20 a yard, and we did front and back.
And did you have the one where you would walk and it would just like?
We pushed it. It was the push mower. No, it was like gas powered. So that was the thing. So we had the gas powered one, and
would you guys run?
It was tough, man, because you had to push it. You had to push it yourself. It wasn't one of those sit on, and some of that grass was thick.
You know what's
funny?
Some
of that grass was thick.
That's what. That's why they didn't want to cut it. They wanted you to cut it.
Exactly, dude. I'm like, oh my.
Some of the
God.
push ones, that's funny because they used to actually like roll almost like themselves. I remember, and for the one that we had, you'd like tilt it, and the blade would just come through. And
was that the non-gas powered one?
That was gas powered.
Oh, the gas powered ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever tried pushing the ones that didn't have gas, like the old school ones, like that are on that like little swivel type thing?
Oh no, that's what I thought you used.
No.
So
we had the gas. Yeah, those swivel ones. Those are. Oh man, those don't even work, dude. That's what I grew up with. That old shit in Arkansas, bro. Like outdated shit, dude. And then I came to California, and then they had internet. They had everything. Everything was all day of. Everybody was all fresh with clothes and everything. All the language was different, dude. All the slang. I was like, what the hell is going on? Sorry, I was like, what the hell is going on?
You had a draw? You had a little of a draw?
I still kind of do, but I have a lot of slang mixed in. Can't really tell, but yeah, I still have that little.
What slang did you learn from there that's like?
From Arkansas?
Yeah.
That's more. I would say I got more of like the country talking. The way they got, the way they kind of just lazy with their words, or nothing's the ing. It's all in. You're not fixing to do something. You're fixing to do something. You're not
fixing.
You know, you're just
they got lazy with their words.
Going places.
So yeah, we're stopping.
Yeah. But like I said, I lived a lot of different places, so I picked up all the slang from all the places that I've lived.
A well-versed chameleon?
Yeah.
I was going to say comedian. Said he can be.
The language. Language is an awesome thing, man. That's why I've picked up that slang, because it's like, dude, I've never heard that before, and I like that. That's tight. You know, so I'm going to use that.
That's why I like Australian.
You like that?
Yeah, it's fine.
Have you ever been to Australia?
Not yet.
Ever been out of the country?
No.
Ooh, you gotta try, man.
Yeah, no.
What color are we starting with?
You got red.
Okay, red.
Fire. Well, how long does it take you to just do one?
Do you want a time? Let's see. Let's see how long this takes.
Can you talk into it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold this like this.
And ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Here, I'll talk you through it, actually. So the easiest way, I'll probably go the basics way. You just get the plus. So I'm going to start with the green because it's easier. You got to get it to the right side.
So would you say that you're pretty good with your hands then? If you can, do this?
Great with my hands.
He's getting the plus. Oh, he got the plus and then some.
Now you got to get the corners.
Oh. He said, I'm going to move everything over.
Yeah, this is the stress relief one. All the other ones are more of like puzzles. This one is just like, it's kind of like, think of it like cleaning up your room. Yeah, everything's got a place, you know what I'm saying?
That's so crazy because I have no clue. Like, you got one.
So then once you get the side, then you flip it over. Now you're getting these corners here. I'm not going as fast as I probably should.
I mean, you're still on it.
So then once you get all these base, then you get the top there.
I mean,
you got the
it's
top.
looking pretty close.
Got to get the corners in the right spot. And you're good.
120. That's pretty good.
It wasn't mixed up.
It wasn't mixed up that good?
As well. It was mixed up pretty well still.
Minute and 20 seconds. Not bad.
There you go, man, for your display.
That's awesome. Well, now I'm going to have to try it.
It's something fun.
I'm going to put it right next to Debo.
Right next to Debo. Oh, actually, this is my favorite. Put it checkered.
Oh, okay. All right.
There you go.
Nice. It's funny how he automatically knew how to do that because I would have been like, yeah, give me like 30 minutes and I'll try to move him around. He's like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Love that. So as a 10-year-old, you were making $10 per lawn?
20.
20? What the
20,
what?
20.
That's so good.
So then I would do like two lawns a weekend, 3 lawns a weekend, and then I'd go like spend all the money, right? And then I'd go back to my mom and be like, hey, I need money for gas.
Oh, what? You're 10. Oh, for gas for the
thing.
Okay.
That's where I learned business. She was like, you got to put money to the side. You got to spend money to make money. And I was like, what?
What did you spend your money on?
Candy and Pokemon cards.
Okay, I can see how the Pokemon cards get expensive.
Yeah, this was when I was like 10.
But you can buy so much candy for $40?
Dude, there's a little spot out there in Arkansas called Chambers Drugstore. Old school pharmacy. And they had all kinds of the candy that you can buy like separately, like Now and Later's and like the 4-packs for like 25 cents, you know what I'm saying? So you can go over there with like $1.50 and get like a variety of all these candies, man. So when I had a lot of money, dude, I had a lot of variety of candies, bro. I still to this day have a snack drawer. Yeah, in my room, dude. A secret snack drawer I've had since college, dude, where I just have it piled up with all my snacks, bro. It's tight.
I'm jealous. I don't have like anything sweet anymore, hardly.
Oh, dude, it's a problem. It's a problem for me.
Actually, the best thing that I have is probably these chocolate-covered raisins.
Anything sugar is good.
Yeah. Ice cream. Ice cream's been my go-to. It's been very, very, very tasty. So, After learning a little bit of business, what did you do as you grew up? Did you focus more on school again, and then?
So I was in high school. Worked I worked Burger King. I worked like dishwashing jobs, a couple different restaurants and stuff.
Oh, that's where it started. Burger King,
things like that.
Dang.
It was a small little shop. It was called the Parker Grill. I think it was called. I was 13. I started dishwashing out there. And then once I got of actual age, I was like underground or under the table working for them because I was younger. It was like a family-owned business. You should have
stayed under the table working.
I know, man. But then I jumped on Burger King for a while. Once I got to college, I was working at the school, doing a school job. A couple different things. And then I jumped into serving once I was in college as well. And then once I was in serving,
they got you.
Yeah, I did that. I did a bunch of kitchen jobs too throughout different places that I lived. Moved around a lot, like I said. So the cool thing about food is it's universal. You can kind of get a job anywhere in any kitchen.
Yeah, there's a lot of food, especially in Fresno. Fresno's so saturated.
And so anywhere I ever moved, I just got some kind of serving job or like kitchen job, and then just kind of worked it. So I've worked every position. Even assistant, all the way up to assistant manager. And then I had a place asking me to be a GM, and I actually declined a GM job because, as an assistant manager, I was training the new GM. I declined it, and I brought him in. I didn't want to spend all my time for another company. I just realized once somebody was like, "Hey, you're responsible enough to run my business," I was like, "Well, then why the f*** ain't I running my own business, dude? What the hell?" So then I said no, and then I opened up Levias Uprising Production. So I have my own video production company.
That's when that started.
That's what I do my music from, and Levias Uprising and everything.
So how did you start doing that?
So I went to college for digital film with emphasis on production, and so I've always had
that knowledge and background.
Yeah, I'd always kind of thought like I want to do this. So then once I was like I said, they asked me, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna finally do it. And then once I got a spot where I was sticking here in Fresno, that's when I like went to the city, got everything. It's a lot more simple to open a business than I thought, dude. You just got to do it.
As far as what?
Like everybody thinks that it's hard to open a business. It's not at all. It just depends on what kind of business you're trying to run.
So what did you need to open this?
So I just needed like little zoning clearances. I just needed all the right paperwork, and then just go and pay all the fees. And I actually opened my business within like a week.
At a location?
Yeah. Well, so I got it out of the house that I was living at. So like on location. And like I said, it's depends on what, like if you want.
So you needed to get zoning because it would make noise?
Depending on where you're at and what kind of commerce you're doing.
Oh,
you know.
And so you wanted yours to be a production studio.
So
based out of your home. So you had to find ways.
So I had like a home office. I did all my editing. I did all my shooting on location. So I'm like out doing all the shooting. So I wasn't selling any products out of my house. I was selling a service, like video production service. So like I said, depending on what kind of, if I wanted to do products and services, then that would be a whole different story, different type of licenses, everything. Like I said, it's not hard to open the business of what you're trying to do. If the service, if it's like a 7-Eleven, I'm guessing that would be really hard, right?
Oh yeah.
Little things like that. But as for me doing that, I just opened it up and then was able to kind of do my own thing. And then I opened up my own music publishing label as well. So,
and that was harder or easier?
That one was more going through BMI. It's the broadcasting music industry. There's like two different ones. I basically registered as a musician and opened up my own publishing label as the manager of my own musician, and then I can sign other musicians to my label as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So I haven't done any of that yet, but I'm kind of me and my brother have written some songs and everything, so we're thinking about making a specific group of me and him. So I have my solo stuff, he has his solo stuff, and then me and him possibly doing something. So that might go along the lines of maybe signing another musician to my label. But as of now, it's just me, and I'm just kind of running my own thing, being my own manager. I just don't have a promotion team. So I'm just doing all the creation, all the
That's
control,
hard.
all the everything.
Yeah.
Promotion's marketing's a whole different entity.
Huge.
Different entity.
Just literally putting up reels once a day on either Instagram and YouTube. I haven't even done it for TikTok, even though I really need to. I've been able to gain about 10 followers a week.
Yeah.
And we're at 80 now.
Nice.
We're at 80 subscribers. More
Shout out.
followers on Instagram. Yeah, thank you guys. I was at 11.
That's awesome.
But you know what I'm saying? Just like those reels, and then people see you, and then just the views. Like one of the Hannah actually did a Rubik's Cube and a Rubik's Cube. The alphabet backwards in less than 3 seconds. Actually, like 3 seconds.
Yeah, I saw that.
Then that show was like 14,000.
That's
like,
awesome.
A lot of eyes. Like at least people start to see and register it, and then the more they see it, the more they click in, tune in, and then people actually start to listen. Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a whole thing actually, because again, I interviewed Bethany. It was amazing. She actually does social media managing as well, so it's like
it's tough to keep up on, because you got to follow the trends. And I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to create what I want to create.
Same. I mean, I
crazy.
feel like I'm definitely in that niche. So it's just you gotta just keep playing in your niche, and then just
that's
keep giving it to them. Just keep giving them some stuff, man. Yeah, take it. Keep playing around, and then it gets better. You learn.
Watching us do stupid shit.
We get better. Maybe we come out with skit stuff because this guy did skits, and I like to be an actor, and I want to try to do like stuff like acting and stuff. So maybe it's good. You never know.
It's fun, dude. So we have a show. We did 24 episodes. We had 2 specials on the show called Slab Slingers, and then we have another show called Bags and Boards. That's the skit show. That one was shot on location at a comic book shop. That one was interesting. That one was really, really interesting to shoot and get it all done with, because we would do that like the same day. We would do everything all in 24 hours, dude. Like we'd shoot it all, edit it all, release it all in 24 hours. Like we'd do all of it on Monday. We'd edit all night and do everything. Release it Tuesday.
Because you didn't have time?
So that was the only time we can. It was the most dead. So comic books release on Wednesdays. It was the most dead on Mondays, but Tuesdays we'd put out the preview of what the comic book is coming out on Wednesdays. That's what the video was all about. So say this week, Batman's coming out. There's all kinds of different comics, right? So then we would do a skit based on that story of what's coming out. So we got to use our wits and get kind of clever with what we were doing, but we had to do it that day because you're just pretty much previewing that Tuesday, and then they released that Wednesday. So there'd be no point in putting it out like say that Thursday or Friday. It's week to week, so we would just do it all Monday, release it Tuesday, and then figure out what we're gonna do the next week. And it was stressful, dude, but it was fun and it was worth it. And it was the way that we were doing it was our only way of getting the location of the comic shop. That's why we could only do it on that Monday. Otherwise, we could definitely prepare for
do it on
everything.
a Friday and release it on a Monday like I do.
But it was just tough to have that specific location because every other day was just busy, people coming in and out. So that skit show but Slab Slingers we did on location anywhere and anything. That was our own story with original characters. Yeah, that was deep. That was fun.
That was crazy. And I watched all of those episodes and tried to follow as best I could with the story. And they did a good job at mapping out the story. And I was like, I want more.
Yeah, right.
I wanted more.
The characters, it was fun for what it was, but like because me and Dennis, we loved the story, writing, but we were shooting with limitations.
Like not having a camera that
little
did
things.
what you want, and then probably like audio stuff.
Yeah, so like if we were to sit there and write out a script, we'd come up with a great story, but it's like, can we shoot that? Can we actually shoot that? So that's what limited that story of Slab Slingers.
It has to be as realistic as possible, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like within your means.
Within the bounds of like,
because it couldn't be like, and they traveled to space. You said, well, I have a green screen. You guys could do it on a green screen.
Yeah, so we had a green screen, but then it was like, how real did that look on the green screen? Like, because we were trying to get like nice, and because we have some green screen stuff that was decently done, but it was kind of just like, are we gonna keep doing that, or can we? What's gonna be real about realistically shooting, to the sense of like, we have this big fight in this big scene, then there's 4 guys, and it's like, do we have 4 guys?
They didn't have the technology too that was so accessible and so easy to where you could take a video nowadays that you just record, or your friend sent you that they recorded, and it'll just like outline like the stick as like a lightsaber, and then actually just follow that around, and then make the effects and sounds for you. Like in the day, they had to like clip out what to have it follow, and then overlay it with like the lightsaber.
And that was only 2018, dude. That was 2018. What is that? 5 years ago? That's crazy, right? Like all these different clean cut little filters and scopes and little ways you could blend things. Now is like, dude, we took hours to study it and then hours to do it. It makes me think about those people that used to like clip the films and glue them together back in the 70s and shit. I'm like, they're probably looking today at just like, what the dude?
No, and I know this because it's funny, because I liked watching like the upcoming of George Lucas and even Disneyland and all that. But like they painted like the entirety of a background and then set it in front of a camera just so they could get the people behind that in the shot of whatever was like happening.
Yeah.
Or let's not forget that they literally had to like wind it.
Crazy.
Because it was multiple pictures at once that were just overlaid to be motion picture.
And
now I have a single camera, this little box right here, and you get professional quality shit.
It's crazy, dude. Like I'm recording my own music, and I'm editing and doing my own music. I'm mastering my own music because
you have the technology,
internet and the technology. It's cut
do
out.
it. Everyone can have the ability to do anything now.
It's awesome.
I mean, it's not too expensive. I think it was like a 3K setup, but it's like you get professionality that you can't overlook.
You used to have to go to studios for this, dude. You have to rent out studio space, and they had to set price because this is the only place you can go. And then it's just like now.
Everything you could just do at home on your iPhone. Just have an iPhone now. That's it.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, that's it was fun doing that show with what we had at the time.
And imagine it evolving now. I want more episodes.
I do too, dude. We've been talking about it. We're scripting some different things.
You're not down? Calling you out. I'm calling you out. You're not down?
Here's the thing, man.
If I keep continuing, you got to continue.
I love Slab Slingers, but like we're at, can we realistically shoot the story that we really want? So what we're at now is we're backing up. We're scripting a script, and we're getting ready to start pitching to networks. That's where we're at, because we had that first season, right? But like I said, it was so limited to what we could shoot. So we're gonna go back and not limit that, make it to what it needs to be, and then pitch it how it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? And then I think that can get the story of Slab Slingers going forward rather than us trying to reshoot it.
Okay.
That makes sense?
All right.
Because I love that show. I love that show. I love that story. I was just watching it the other day, dude. Fell asleep to it. It was like, dude.
In the meantime, I'll put the link for the first episode in the description below. I'll put his links actually as well in the description below from his YouTube and his music production.
Apple Music and Spotify. Yeah, I'll send you the links.
Yeah. And we'll put that in there so that way you guys can check him out. He actually, again,
my favorite episode is episode 3. If you check it out, just check episode 3. It's fun.
Bet.
Yeah.
He writes his own music, and he brought a guitar here.
Yes, I brought my guitar. I didn't know how this was gonna go. I didn't know
if you would
wanted me to
like,
sing a song.
I mean, it's up to you. I'll be okay with it. But before we kind of close you out a little bit and give you the ability to perform, I want to know: are you doing what you want right now? If someone came to you and gave you the opportunity and said, "This is it. I have it. Here you go." What is it? What do you want to do?
Wow. I think, yes, I am where I'm at. It took my whole life to get here. And my state of mind and my state of heart together, I think, are on the same page to completely keep going. It was hard to match them up, but I feel at the age where I'm at, 32, turning 33, I got them as matched up as possible to now keep going matched up. I don't need to match my heart and soul anymore, like my mind, and I think it's all together. I think I'm there. I'm still finding myself. But yes, yeah, I think I'm there,
You're
and I
doing
want to
what
teach
you
my
want.
yes, I want to teach my son that too. Like
From not only producing the music, but wrestling, being a coach,
being where I need to be within comfort,
dropping hearts off for people,
teaching kids. I never thought I'd be teaching kids. I used to always be like, man, f them kids, dude, f all kids, bro, man. I'm gonna have a kid too, man. F all kids.
I always gave little kids like the respect. I don't know, they're just little shits, and I'm like, I was a little shit at some point too in my life, but yeah, f all them kids.
But those kids, man, they are tight, dude. They are tight.
They a kid's brain and the way that they think, and it's so pure and just creativity, and it's hard because like the world tries to take that away from you.
Yeah,
Tries to really pull that away from you.
Like the pureness of a kid, it's like it's hard to turn away from the pureness of a kid. You know what I'm saying? And then I feel like the older you get, the more you see like we're all kids, dude. We're all kids, bro. None of us know the answers, dude. And if you think you know the answer, dude, you better keep looking, dude, because nobody has the answer. Dude.
You said you better humble yourself.
Yeah,
humble yourself. Well, look, I'm glad that you're doing what it is that you want to do, and now we want to hear something special.
Want to hear something special?
Yeah.
All right. You might. Is this gonna work with the mic here, or
we're gonna try it.
All right.
You said, guys, this is the first time. Put what'd you say? Put both mics together and make it like super loud in your guys' ear. Worst case scenario, we can lower the volume of the input. I'm learning as well, guys. Appreciate you for joining in and continuing to let this podcast evolve in front of you guys' eyes. It's been fun. It's gonna keep getting better. And we got to branch out. I want to do some collabs, guys. We got to do some collabs. If you want to be on the podcast, you have a YouTube, channel yourself. Like, come on, like, let's do some collabs. Shouts out, come on. Let's have some fun.
Have some fun. It's just talking, man.
All right. Well, I'm gonna mute my mic, and we're gonna give you the ability to go hard.
Testing. I don't know if this is gonna be botched. Should we? just a tune and it's speaking to me softly. It took me by surprise. A self-reflection, a silent glimpse into your soul through your eyes. And it's crazy, little lady, that we're finally on our way, just caught in the crossfires. I took your hand, said, let's find an adventure, and you shot me a smile. And that night, as I stared into the sky, into the moon, well, you pointed something out. It wasn't magic, it wasn't fate, it just came out of your mouth. And oh, the thing you said in that special moment when I asked if you have bled and you showed me the cut. So what, it's a scar, and even though I know the feeling will never reconcile, acceptance is the key to making it worth your while. So smile, let it go, and maybe one day all the notes will just fall right into place. The written papers, the tombstones laying on the ground with her face. Every time that I try thinking maybe that it's real, I get caught inside that lie. Rome's always burning. Whoa, I think I'll change it this time. But I wanna let you know that this time I'm letting go, 'cause I wanna see you grow, because you're so beautiful. Oh, oh, oh. So sing it all until the point where the picture has no words, 'cause it won't happen, and if it happens, it's the end of the world. So take me as a piece into the puzzle of your life that you started in '89. It's been some time since you found a piece that actually opened your eyes. 'Cause all I know is this, that it's a fridge and it's shit. But for a moment I witnessed you actually opened my eyes. So thank you. Fill in the lines. Da-dee-da, 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 da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. Fill in the lines. Oh, fill in the fractions. Fill in what happens between you and I.
That mic wasn't on. I'm not gonna lie, guys. That was so amazing. I just remembered. I actually have a stand that I could have put that into. Yeah, it hurt my back. You did great. Here.
Thank you. I know maybe you didn't hear it with the guitar. Maybe you didn't hear my voice, whatever. But that's called Fractions. That is on iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, all your online stores, man. So check that out. Ay, ay, ay. That mic's not on, man.
Yeah, that got me wet. Oh, sorry, guys.
Thanks for listening, and good props on holding your shoulder up, man. That whole time, dude. I know you're getting tired there.
Yeah, I switched a couple times. I started to get a little sweaty too. I was like, oh man, and I was gonna work shoulders today. Sheesh. Well, that was beautiful. Yeah, no. Next time, I'll get. If anything, does that plug in? I was like,
that does, yeah. It's an electric acoustic.
I was like, if anything, I'll figure out a way that it could plug into here. Or with something, and then yeah, I don't know, yeah, and then one of the mics. I actually have a stand, literally right here. I'm not even kidding.
Gonna have to make this guy a theme song, huh?
Oh, that'd be lit. That'd
yeah,
be cool.
I do all the music for
Yes.
I did the music for Slab Slingers and our skit shows and everything too. I'm gonna have to get you. We'll talk. You guys might be hearing a new theme song for this guy here pretty soon. Every intro.
Ow, I can't do it, but yeah, it goes in.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, that's cool.
And then there's a bass, and it could have just done it for you instead of.
How are you liking all this, man? How are you liking podcasting, talking to people, getting to know people and stuff?
So most of the people I do know, a couple of them I haven't, and I've learned about them. I guess it's so fun because, I mean, anyone can ask me anything. I'm going to answer the question, but it's kind of funny because I get to ask them something a little bit deeper than most people have asked them, and I get to have them open up a little bit more than maybe they're even used to. But not only that, they kind of have aha moments about themselves, and typically going through life, sometimes you do forget to kind of see where you have been. So it's a good reminder to kind of see where you have been, and then also see where you're at. And then think about what it is that you want to be. So, and that's probably the forever progression of life. But it's nice to be able to give people a second and let you guys see what's going on.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
Well, thank you here, Mr. Levias, Mr. Jerod Levias Flores.
Thank you.
We appreciate your time. I had a fantastic time. I appreciate your performance. Guys, we can get another performance of him live. I will actually get another performance of him live. Well, should we just do it? And we'll do a separate video actually. And
yeah,
we'll
get it.
We'll do it. We should
get
do
that
that
going.
Yeah, a music video. I'll be in the background just like
I'll dance and hippie like
crazy. Oh, we got to get going now. Thank you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out the Reels on Instagram. Check out the Reels on YouTube. Help us grow. Enjoy.
Stay safe out there.
Love you guys.